It's Thursday, and you know what that means. It is IndyCar night on ERN. Hello again, and good evening, everyone. I'm Gary Gotson, and welcome to Round 10 of the Elite Racing League's premier series, the Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series Championship, as we come to you today from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Presley Sora qualifying day at the Brickyard. We are now in the last hour of qualifying. Happy hour is underway. And the first who must race in the Indy 500, you must first qualify. The hardest 10 miles in all of auto racing, in a real sense and in the virtual world as well, is going to be done right here. It's you, the car, and a stopwatch. That's all. There's no one else on the racetrack to block you, no one else on the racetrack to help you. It's you and your skill and wits to see if you can put together 4 laps with an average speed fast enough to be among the fastest 33 to line up next Thursday here at Indianapolis. Joining me as always in the booth this season is Luis Gonzalez-Nunez. Welcome to Indianapolis yet again, Luis. Bit of an interesting pre-race. Timing and scoring has gone down, so we do not really know what's going on at the moment. So we're just watching cars as they go around, but we will have at least times up on the screen for people making runs. We just don't know where they're going to slot, that's all. And right now on the racetrack is Chris Stoer.
Yes, it is. So good evening for everyone. So we have a 64 drivers in qualifying attempting to come in to the Indy 500. 10 countries, so USA, Mexico, Brazil, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, Costa Rica, Taiwan, Sweden, and Chile. 32 rookies attempting today. 4 former winners, included 1 Indy 250, Maleczka for 3 times, Chad, Benci, Anderson, and Thomas was the only 250 Indianapolis season 3 2019, and 3 series champions attempted to qualify is Robert, Chad, and Adriano. So today the truth is that we have a 64, like I said, but only 33 is gonna come in. Or it's gonna come in or break into the 14 running on Indy 500. So, but we're talking about the qualifying, but we cannot forget about last race. We have a last week with Stanley won the race, and the championship is getting close again with 40 with 17 points. Adriano's first for sure. Tyler 40 with 17 points. And Stanley coming up with 18 points close. So we have 3 to go. We have an Indy 500 next week, then Milwaukee, and then the Worldwide Another Raceway Gateway. So who's going to take the pole? We're going to figure it out in 1 hour, basically. And who's going to get the bump? That's going to be after 9 p.m. Eastern time. So it's going to be excited, really excited Thursday night in ERN, Gary.
All right, watching Chris Stoer, and he's got 3 laps on the board, a 31.4, 31.5, a 39.4, a 39.5. He wishes a 31, and a 39.6. That's a 228 point flat for the first lap, 227.4, and a 226.8. This is his final lap on his run, and that is a 39.705. And that is a speed of 226.6. It gives him a 4-lap average of 227.2. Now on the racetrack, as we're keeping our heads on a swivel, it is James Watson.
James Watson.
Yep.
I remember our Andy Evans.
The Andy Evans, yes. He's had a couple attempts go today, so he's making another run at it.
So if you're gonna give me some minutes, I can check the top 3 so far. Now, so far is Adriano with 227.6 miles per hour in the track. That's the fastest so far. But I have to check. I think so. No, sorry. No, actually it's Pinheiro in there. So 227.6 now.
39.496. It's a speed of 227.8. And you did see the temperature as we were in the pregame or the pre-race, and it is coming down. It had a peak of 125 at one point. I think Stanley was out on the track right at that peak. Lap 2 in the books for Watson. A 39.572 lap. That's a speed of 227.4. 2-lap average of 227.6. Halfway through his run and halfway down the backstretch.
So when I found it is Adriano Pinheiro first, 227.649. Tyler 40, 227.464. And Craig Forsyth, 227.449 miles per hour. That's my guess top 10 because it's a lot of numbers on this sheet. So.
And he said sheet.
Yeah,
he said sheet.
I said shit. Yeah, no, I said the other word. I don't want to say it again. I can tell a story about Robbie Gordon tried to refuel gas in Chile. I got a warning for that. So no more stories about Robbie Gordon.
Lap 3, a 39.662, speed of 226.9, a 3-lap average of 227.4. Coming to the checkered flag for the completion of his 10-lap qualification run. 39.820.
Okay, we have a cheat.
A speed of 226.017, a 4-lap average of 227.058. And if we do have a sheet, I will try to attempt to bring it up here.
Google Doc. Yeah, it's in there. So, like I said, I really count R.C. Anderson for the main reasons, but it's in there actually. In second place.
We're currently the sheet is being, it looks like, rebuilt a little bit.
It's the sheet 9. Until Harrison Talon is the 30th. My question is, where is Stanley's 20th? So, like a half hour ago, it was outside of the 30th people, or 33 actually. So now it's in.
Green flag in the air. Matty Wagner on the race course.
The thing is, the temperature is going down. Now it's 1 degree less. So it's 1:15 now. So the time is going to be going more fast for sure. Like, do you remember last season, Clendy make the fastest lap in the bump day. Looked like Ariel Lylandek in that time when he make that fastest lap, and then he qualified in bump day. So same is gonna happen now. So be careful with all of these people in 25, including Maleczka. He's in 25 now.
First lap in the books for Wags, a 39.462. That is a speed of 228 flat.
Oh, okay. Clendy told me better to use Google Doc. But in my computer it says cheat, so it's nice. Or Excel. So
Lap 2 at 39.614, a 227.1, so almost a mile fall off on that lap for Wagner halfway through his run, now halfway down the backstretch. Looking at turn 3, just below the white line, and 3 just off the wall in the north chute. Underneath the white line, and 4 down the main straightaway, looking at the white flag this time by for the completion of his run. That's a 39.692. That's a speed of 226.7. So 3-lap average of 227.3 on the north end of the racetrack, looking for the last 2 corners on his 10-mile run. Coming to the checkered flags this time by is Wags. Can he hold on here for a good final lap? A 39.777. A 226.2. Now on the track, Justin Wadsworth. He will take the green next time by.
Just be careful. Also, last year, remember, maybe you remember that Greg Forsyth tried to attempt to make his lap, and he passed under the 200 miles on the past of the line when he took the green flag. So it's really important. All the people have to put 200 miles, over 200 miles in across the line to make the attempt of the qualifying.
First lap was a 39.484. Lap 2 was a 39.6. That's a 227.9 and a 227.2 for his first 2 laps halfway through the run. 227.6, the 2-lap average. Now he's staring at the backstretch more than halfway through his run.
No, Stanley said last season Cup champion Justin it is on track actually.
Oh, the Cup season champion last season?
Yeah.
All right. So giving the IndyCars a try, a 39.670 for lap 3. 227.3 at the 3-lap average.
.6.
A 39.864 for his third lap, and it is a 225.7. An average speed of 226.96 miles per hour. On the racetrack, one of the Stowe Motorsports cars, Hayden Herman, one of the Indy-only guys. He is supporting our defending series, or actually defending this May Indy 500 and the 2024 Indy 500 champion, Caleb Benci, who is not qualified, I do not think.
So, we really see all this attempted, and Maleczka is 28 now. So I know the temperature is going down, so for sure when he coming out, he's gonna make a good time. He's gonna go up again, because the temperature is really cold now. But it's very important for the people didn't make a good attempt in the first run-ins. They can do it now because it's really, really cold now.
Cooler, much cooler, yes.
Yeah, English.
And as you actually see, the sun's kind of gone behind the clouds a little bit. We got some shadows out there. That's going to only help Hayden on this run. Coming down for lap 3. Lap 1 at 2:27.6. Lap 2 at 2:26.7. A 39.731. 2:26.5. White flag in the air for Hayden Herman. One of the regular participants in the Formula Indy series. Not a lot of oval races under his belt, but definitely a team of drivers that have a lot of smarts when it comes to oval racing. Turn 4, lap 4, down the main straight for the completion of his run. Hayden Herman, a 39.834 for the final lap. And is a speed 4-lap average of a 226.7. Next car out, series regular Kale Pocock on the racetrack. And we are 40 minutes away from the gun going off to end the round.
So it's very important for the 12 guys. The first 12, so the fastest 12 actually. Hope can be the guys in the championship, included Adriano, included 40 Stanley in there, because it's getting more excited. Because from 1 to 12, it score 12 to 1, so 1 is 12, and 12 is 1 point, and 1 is getting 12. So I hope, because really the championship is getting more excited with 3 to go. And, Indy 500 is open for everyone. It's not like what I see in Michigan or in Kentucky we saw too. Indianapolis is really different. Everything can happen. It's really open for every winner, even for somebody we don't have in our books now.
$39,673 for Kale, a 3-lap average of a 227.2. Looking for the completion of his run here. And if everything sounds quiet while we're watching, there's only so much you can talk about when the car's on the racetrack. Also, we're running our own spreadsheets to make sure we can at least give you some time and speed conversions. 39.762 for the final lap. As a speed of 226.3, that gives him a 4-lap average of 227 flat, basically. And right now, I do not really know who is in and who is out. Updated timing and scoring, sorted times. Okay. So the top 33 is it? Are you showing Naiji Camargo on the bubble in 33rd?
Yes.
Okay.
It's Camargo in the bubble with Henrik and Jacob Adams.
So at the end of this hour, when we go to the last row shootout, just giving everyone, here's Gavin Hibbs, one of the series regulars. When we go to the final shootout for the last row, everybody in the last row will have to requalify. They are not locked in. And then everyone that didn't qualify will get one more additional shot. So you might see those 3 that are currently on the last row right now might actually get bumped out entirely. They are not safe. The only drivers that are really, truly safe out of this whole thing where they don't have to qualify again are positions 13 to 29, or 13 through 29, I think, yeah. 30th, because 31, 32, 33 on the back row. So 13th through 30th are safe. They will not have to run again later today.
Yes, actually, yes. We talking about the qualifying names, but Jacob Obster, he mentioned he don't have a power in his home, so I hope, he said, I hope I have a power when my power is coming back, so I can make it at least one attempt to before the gun is gone, so at 9 p.m.
Gavin Hibbs on his white flag lap, by the way. 39.677. He has a 3-lap average of 227.4. And a 39.790 for Hibbs. That is a speed of 226.1 with a 4-lap average of 227.1. Next up on the racetrack is Ryan Huckleberry attempting qualifying. This will be for his second Indy 500. So currently the last row right now, as we see in the sheet, if I'm reading this right, it is Wood, Hunter, and Adams now in the final row.
That's when I guess.
$39.535 on that first lap for Dave, or for Ryan. This is Dave's son. That is a speed of 227.6. Keeping it off the white line through the corners. That time well below the white line at 4. Out to the wall, giving a little bit of extra room on corner exits. Coming to the line for the completion of lap 2 at 39.621. That's a 227.1. 2-lap average of 227.3, almost a 227.4. As he negotiates turns 2 right in front of the Riley Children's Hospital Hospitality Suites.
So what I guessing, our timing score is show only the 33. So if somebody make a faster lap, it's included inside. So it's gonna. If that's what I understand, the timing score we have live here.
All right, 2:26.4 for the third lap. So tire degradation starting to play a major role here. In between next drivers, we'll give you a weather update. White flag lap for Ryan Huckleberry.
Oof, looks a little bit there.
Using every inch of the racetrack. Coming to the checkered flag, a 39. What is it going to be? 8.55 with a 2:25.8. 4-lap average of 2:26.767.
Oh, it's making him inside.
If I'm actually, did I do that right? Yeah, I think I did that right. That's 39.535, 39.621, 39.742, and a 39.855.
Yes, so he put him on. To updating, but yeah, it's inside actually.
That's a good run. That's a really good run for Huckleberry. Really good run. We'll get the next.
So it's 12, I think so, or 13.
Get the next set of drivers out here in a moment. And it's Joey Solmetz. Joey also on that Stowe Motorsports squad. He's also a veteran of the Formula Indy Series. Had a strong finish to their season, finishing strong with multiple top 10s. Also a motorsports artist. If you like to have a hand-drawn and painted and colored picture of your favorite motorsports moment, driver, whatever, hit this guy up. He does an excellent job. He has 2 laps already in the books, a 39.546 and a 39.619. Here is the weather. We'll get you the graphic out of the way. It's a 112 on the track, Tim, so it's coming down. Joey looking at the white flag this time by 39.695. It's a 3-lap average of 2:27.1. As he is way off the white line in turn 2 there. And here he comes out of 4 for his final lap. And a 39.855 on the 4th lap. That is a speed of 2:25.8 with a 4-lap average of 2:26.8.
They put him on 21. Yeah, 21.
Tristan Forson on the racetrack. Winner at Michigan last season in the Votive Indy Oval Series. White flag in the air, coming down to the north end of the racetrack to complete his first lap. There he is. Gets the wheels right down to the white line. Doesn't quite touch him. And here's the completion of lap 1 for Tristan, a 39.508. 2:27.8. That is a pretty good first lap, as he's able to keep the wheels below the white line in the 1. White wheels down to the white line in 2. Good clean exit off of 2 down the backstretch for lap 2. For Tristan Forson on the Rocket Track team. $39.582. Not a bad second lap. A 227.3. Second lap, a 39.582. A third lap, a 669. It's a three-lap average now of a. That's not right. We're going to see what the four-lap average is here. 39.747. 227.1. 227.121 is the four-lap average for Tristan Forson.
Wow. So put him on 12.
Here is the man that the day is named after. He is sponsoring this. This is Presley Sora, the ARCA Menard Series driver, coming down to play with us on the in the virtual world, sponsoring of Presley Sora qualifying day here at the Brickyard. Sat on the front row last race in 2024B. Looking to make a repeat of that as the temperatures have come down. We are 25 minutes away from the final gun. Disregard the clock at the top. I just have nothing else to show up there. And I do want to show Presley's sponsorship. 39.424 for Presley Sora. 228.2. A pretty stout opening first lap.
Do you want to tell us what is the... For sure, if you win the Indy 500, you get the glory, everything. You have to drink the meal, actually. But what else if you win here in ERN this year?
You're going to go to a racing school for a $5,000 package, 2-day racing school for Lucas Oil and their racing school in town. The winner will get that, so that's a nice little prize. Valued at $5,000. Lap 2 at 39.537. Speed of 227.6. Coming to white flag, Presley Sora, front row runner last season here at the Brickyard. A 39.655. With a speed of 226.9, a three-lap average of 227.6. As he gets really close to that wall on corner exit. Look at the steering offset there. He's steering a little bit more to the right than normal. We see a lot of people just up and down. He's got a lot of counter steer in that. A little offset. White flag, checkered flag now in the air for Presley Sora.
Really smooth, to be honest, the exit, everything.
39.715, a speed of 226.6 for a four-lap average of 227.372.
They put him on 7th.
So he is in the Fast 12. Looking to get a shot at regaining a front row starting spot. Now on the racetrack, Johnny Thomas. Johnny made an attempt earlier today, waved it off. Going to make another flyer at it now at 39.435 for his first lap at 2:28.2.
This is one of the former winners in Indianapolis. Johnny Thomas won in season 3. Let me see if it's right. I said season 3, 2019. He won the Indy 250.
Making a return to the series, a 39.569. 227.4 on the second lap. Third lap in the books, white flag in the air. 39.645. A speed of 227 flat, so that's a pretty good third lap there. A lot of times people are out of the 227 range, so he is maintaining the pace, taking care of these tires as the racetrack continues to cool. White flag in the air for Johnny Thomas. On the north end of the racetrack, out to the wall in the short chute, making this last navigation through turn 4 before making a run down the main straight, staring at the checkered flag. And 10 miles in the books for Johnny Thomas, a 39.721. A 226.5 for a 4-lap average of 227.316.
316, put in 8 now to Thomas. And take it off Tristan, Forson to the faster 12. Actually, Gavin Hibbs is out. No, Tristan, Forson is out.
So he's on it. Fortner takes the green flag here with the Little Eagle squad. He's a semi-series regular. We see him now and again making the lineups. Always shows up for Indianapolis, though. And why wouldn't you? It's the world's greatest race course. Oh, yeah, he's a little bit of a lift there, and he does not like it, and he's going to wave this one off.
No, he had to come back because he crossed the line on the pits. Remember, when you exit the pits, you cannot cross the white line. So you have a black flag for unsafe pit exit. Sorry.
All right, so the run is disallowed anyways. It's waved off. So unfortunately, that is another attempt for him. On the racetrack, Logan Spath, winner at Long Beach, finished second last week at the Indy GP. The 2024 A Rookie of the Year.
So what do you prefer? To qualify early or wait to the end to qualify?
with the way that this league does it, I would go early. And if I can't go early, I would watch the temperature. And if it got more than like 117, 118, somewhere in there, before it got to 120, because if it gets to 120, it's just going to get hotter, right? I would pull myself out of line, and I would wait. I would wait as long as I absolutely could. Now, there's a gamble in that. If you don't get in line at the right time, you could, lose it when the gun goes off here. And just almost about 15 minutes from now, Spath a 39.4. Traditionally, a lot of the big laps that I've seen run for the pole, kind of in the old days under the old rules, the USAC rules of IndyCar qualifying, typically was first thing in the morning when it was the coolest during the day and the heat of the day. The faster laps typically didn't go down as smooth, although I have seen some pole runs in the middle of the afternoon as well. Logan Spath coming to lap 2, halfway through his run at 39.565. A 228.1 on lap 1, a 227.4 on lap 2, a 227.8 for his 2-lap average. 5 miles down, 5 to go.
Yeah, so look at the name. So Justin Fortner. So he did the first one. He did 226.7. Sorry, 226.795. So with that time, it should be 26 or 27 maybe for now. But that's the problem when you make the one attempt and make that mistake. You lost everything. You have to start it from zero again.
Checking in his chat is last 2024A, so a year ago this time, the pole sitter, Jason Brophy, who's on the thumbnail of this event. He's in chat. And a 39.672 for Logan Spath. And that is a 226.8 for a 4-lap average of a 227.4 for Logan. 227.431.
So it's put him on 5th. And is out Gabby Hibbs for the fastest 12.
But the 13th driver is getting into the fast 12 because if RC's in the top 12, right? Is that the rule? Is that what we heard?
Yeah, so the rules is that because RC Anderson made the attempt yesterday and he did 227.560, he's in second now. But because it's a sponsorship and he made the attempt Tuesday night, they allow him to stay on 33. So it's still in the inside, but because that time he did is 33 100%. So no matter what, it's 33. So for that, we pull it back down one driver. So basically, is 1 to 11 plus 1, basically 13. So Richard Hearn is the last one with the 13 in there.
Andrew Wood on the racetrack. The Catalyst, my broadcast partner in the Dark Horse Racing Series for their DW12 IndyCar Series. He's on the racetrack. He's got his second lap in a 39.473, a former winner here at the Brickyard in the Lionheart Series. So he went quicker on lap 2. A 39.487, a 39.473, if I'm reading that right. A rare second lap faster. Andrew Wood making a run at it. 2-lap average of 227.9. using every inch of the race course, coming to the white flag, is going to put in a 39.638 for 227 flat. So really lost about a mile on that second lap. 227.6 is the 3-lap average. Currently in line right now after Wood is Alexander. Then we got Ethan Stanley again, Jim Herrick, Dave Huckleberry, who has been repairing the spreadsheet, and he might be upset at me. I don't know. I didn't touch the spreadsheet. Chris Albrecht is going to be in line after Huck. A.J. Hobson after Albrecht and Hunter Smith. And that should take us to the 9 o'clock hour.
We have to keep an eye because with Andrew Wood time, it should be going up. We have to wait for the final time, 227.434. And he put him on... because Logan and Spath make it first, is going 6. Means Maleczka is 31st now.
A 39.694 on that 4th lap, a 226.7 with a 4-lap average of 227.4 for the Catalyst. He is on fire at the moment on the racetrack. It is Seb Alexander in a brand new hairdo, basically. Brand new paint job for Seb Alexander. Off the penalty, out of the penalty box, back on to the ice here to play with us.
So, Caleb Benci is not here also too.
So it might not see an attempt by Caleb, who is the defending champion of this particular race 1 year ago. 39.498. 227.8 for Seb. Representing Indy Alliance Racing. One of the longer, more established teams in the IndyCar community.
And Robert is in bump. Seb Alexander
39.541. Speed of 227.6. He's only 0.2 of a mile per hour slower on the second lap.
So I don't see Seb Alexander in the top 30 or 33. So, wow.
And so I'm trying to bring the new timing of scoring, and it's not working for me. So we're just not going to worry about it right now. Alexander for the third lap, a 39.603. 227.2. So all of his laps are in the 227. He's been remarkably consistent. Probably one of the more consistent runs we've seen, at least since we've come on the air here. 39.697 with a speed of 226.7 and a 4-lap average of 227.630.
So let's put him 11. And drop to Richie Hearn is out of the fastest 12. So in the line is Wendy in there 13. So if it's somebody going on the top 12, is Wendy out.
Eyes on him. Stanley on the racetrack, one of our points leaders, coming to the white flag, and I get to mimic one of the guys that I heard when I went to the racetrack, and he's on it. A 39.385 for the first lap, and that is the fastest first lap of the day, a 2:29, as you just saw that flash on your screen. A 39.385, a 228.513, so a 39.385, a 228.513 miles per hour. I believe it's still the fastest lap. He's gone to the top of my ticker. 39.507 as he's still on at a 227.8. We are looking at a solid fast 12 run right here in progress. $39.586 for that third lap, a 227.353.
Let's see the last one. It's going fast, actually. It's going for top 5, top 4, maybe. He need to be in the fastest 12 just for points.
The bonus points, yes. That is really the only thing that the winner of the poll gets today is 12 points and a 39.669. 39.669 speed of, if I type, there we go. 226.8, and that is a 4-lap average of 227.636 miles an hour.
And put him second and drop out Clendy is out of the fastest 12. So, and Robert Maleczka is in 33 now.
Jim Herrick on the racetrack, making, I believe this is one of his second attempts today. So he is putting in lap 1 now, a 39.450, 228.1. Still to go, and we are now within 5 minutes of the final gun going off. It is Herrick, Huckleberry, Albrecht, and that is it. Right behind Albrecht is Hobson. Hobson's not going to be able to go, and Hunter Smith is behind Hobson. He will not be able to go.
This could be big for Hendrick. Really big. So remember when it happened with Fernando Alonso the last time when he came Indianapolis, he got bumped for a rookie. So it's going to happen the same with Jim Herrick. It's not a rookie, actually. With Robert Maleczka. So if Henrik make a good lap, he's gonna bump from the 33 Robert, so he needs to go in for the bump day.
Looking to bump a 3-time champion of this race, Robert Maleczka. Nearly a 4-time champion just by the narrowest of margins at last in 2024A. Coming to the white flag for Jimmy Herrick and the 4D Racewear squad. 711. Speed of 226.3. So he needs to keep it up on this final lap. A 3-lap average of 227.3. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the broadcast. Hit the thumbs up if you don't mind. Kind of an odd broadcast. We're not really a race, and we really don't do qualification coverage very often. A 39.747, so not a very bad fourth lap. a 226.4 and a 227.144 for Jim Herrick.
227.1. He put him 48. Put him on 16.
So that will bump out. And I don't think I would ever thought I would say this.
24.
That bumps out Robert Maleczka.
Yes, it is.
I don't think I would ever thought I would say that. Just the nature of the qualifying here for the Elite Racing League's Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series and the 14th running of the Rebilas Photography Indy 500. It's a very hard field to get into. Dave way high in 3, but he's keeping that momentum high. He's coming down for the completion of lap 1 in the Silver Bullet. 39.831. Not a great lap, and that line in turn 3 really hurt. Keep in mind, this man has actually been kind of bringing us back up to speed with timing and scoring, so even though it doesn't get him any extra speed on the racetrack, it gets him some extra fans out there in the crowd.
No, it's too high, actually. Oh.
And again, high in 3, not down to the white line. So are they going to let the run go? This might open the door for somebody else to get a run. 39.583, a second lap that's faster, 227.3. So they're going to let the run continue.
Well, the second is pretty good. Actually, if we make one again, 39.5, the second one, he maybe have a Sam.
753. 226.3. A 3-lap average of 226.5. Final lap, white flag in the air for Dave Huckleberry. The conditions are not favorable for speed. It's a very challenging run. This is more than just getting out there, keeping your foot to the floor and turning left. A lot of negotiations going on with these cars. Running the tools, changing the roll bars. 39.758 to complete the run, a 226.370 for a 4-lap average of 226.522.
Okay, put him 39, something like that. Yep.
On the racetrack, and it's going to be, I think, the final run, is Chris Albrecht.
So 9 p.m.
The gun has gone off.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Albrecht coming to the completion of his first lap at 39.380. If I'm reading that right, at 39.380, a 228.5. And he just set the fastest first lap. So a bit of a surprise stealth run underway. Chris Albrecht looking at a fast 12 attempt in the F5 car. Let's cheer him on. Coming to the completion of lap 2. Can he maintain the momentum and speed? Is there still good on those tires left? 39 what coming to the second lap? 5.32. A 227.6. Almost a mile fall off, a mile per hour fall off. But he's still got a 2-lap average of 228.1.
He's doing really well. Actually, look at that, how he's entered to the corner.
He is,
exit.
yes, his mid-corner is right on that white line, right before getting to the old rumble strips. Let's see what the white flag lap here brings him. 39.597, white flag in the air for Chris Albrecht, rookie in the series, looking to make possibly a Fast 12 appearance. A 227.831 is the 3-lap average.
Look like top 5, I said to him. This is critical. This exit is really critical. Nice exit for him.
An exceptional run for Chris Albrecht, coming to the white flag at the completion of the 10-mile run. What's it going to be? 6:27. 227.1. Wow. 4-lap average, 227.652. Where does that slot him in?
Is first for him.
So on the provisional poll, Chris Albrecht.
It is. Yes, sir. Bump to the fastest 12 is Christoph Stoer.
All right, so we got a bit of a turnover here as we get ready for the last row shootout. So this is everybody that has not qualified. They will go next.
Oh, okay. Benci is here. Maleczka is here.
So they're going to go in the.
This is going to be
This is going to be interesting now. If Benci's here and Maleczka's here, there you see the current conditions: 106 degrees on the track temperature, probably the coolest that we've seen it so far. Let's get you in at least the front row. Your front row right now is provisionally Albrecht, Pinheiro, Stanley. Row 2 is Fody, Forsyth, and Spath. Then row 3 is Wood, Schold, and Sora. And then row 4, Alexander, Frankenfeld. And also making the Fast 12 because Enderson's not here. Enderson is provisionally 4th. Is Johnny Thomas. So we will see Johnny Thomas make the run for the pole here in a little bit. But we are getting ready to do last row qualifying. So that is going to be, and Joey Selmans manages to come in 30th. So he locks himself into a position. Is going to be Thomas Keel, Takeshi Kida, Ryan Huckleberry, Cameron Dance, Robert Maleczka, A.J. Hobson, Victor Aldrich, Hayden Herman, Joe Ritter, who's making his first start since the first start of the season, Harrison Talon, Dave Huckleberry, the Catalyst Andrew Wood, Wayne Hunter, Jacob Adams, Mark Rebilas, Blake Cluot, Darren Staff, and I think we've already said also Caleb Benci. So we have quite a few drivers that are going to make a run here for the last row.
Kind of bizarre the situation of the this bump day, so or the bump season. So let's see. So Maleczka, Benci, and others. So it's gonna be really interesting what's gonna happen. Who knows? Maybe Joe Ritter could be bump all of these two guys, and then come in Andrew Good. That should do is over there. So Antonio Estrada, Chico Oster, maybe if he's coming and he have a maybe power in his home, could be coming in. It's really only 3 spots for a lot of big names out here.
If you enjoy ERN's coverage of the Elite Racing League's Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series and respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. While you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so you'll miss out on future ERN broadcasts. If you're just joining us, this is ERN's coverage of the Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series, the PresleySora.com qualifying day at the Brickyard. We've just completed round 1. Now, starting the last row shootout. Again, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so don't miss out on the next race. Hey, In December, ERN becomes the primetime home for happy hour at the Brickyard yet again, your nightly destination for all the action leading up to the prestigious PRI Hoosier 500. The last kiss of the bricks for 2025 starts right here. The countdown is on. Everybody pucker up and don't miss a second of the action. Like, share, and subscribe to stay locked in. We're going to see you in December when we start running laps here at the Brickyard for the PRI Hoosier 500.
We have to wait for who's the first one. So coming out.
All right. So we got Delta Force playing. That's the time of the year. We will see who is going to make the run here first. I don't see a car on the racetrack yet. We'll switch the cameras here when we get one there. Hey, in real life, the world record, the track record here is still standing, set back in 1996. The 1 and 4 lap records were set by Ari Lyondike and a year-old Reynard chassis. Single lap of 237.4, 4-lap average of 236.9. He set an unofficial track record in practice on Fast Friday in 96 at speed of 239.2. Draft unaided, by the way. But your pole 4-lap record is held right now by Scott McLaughlin. He set that last year at 234.2, just edging out the 234.217 set a year before by Alex Palou. As we are still waiting for the first cars to make the move here for the last row shootout.
I think so because the temperature they need to do it now. Actually, the temperature is going down more. Where we see now the 104 in track. So we started with 119. So yeah, I think the time is gonna be high, more than the Poleman.
So track temp currently is 104. 104 at the moment. Those outside of the top 13. So Chris Stouffer, Leighton Norgard, Clindy will be back in the next row. Then Herrick, Hearn, and Gibbs. Forson, Blauman, and Wagner. James Watson, Cale Pocock, Matthew Weeks, Daniel Ferguson, Justin Wadsworth, Hunter Smith, Hamilton Akabuezi, and Joey Salments is in the 30th spot, and I believe Anderson is going to actually be on the race day, will go to 33rd. So we don't have a truly an official lineup. So actually this last row shootout is not a last row shootout. Someone's actually going to get a start in row 10. So that's how it's going to be.
So yeah, whatever has happened, RC Anderson is going 33. So whatever's happened today, so that's not changed at all. That's a big challenge, actually. Really, really hard for him. Started for 33 and just tried to push hard to the front.
And Thomas Keel is going to be the first to go if he gets the call. Keel, Kidda, Huckleberry, Dance, and Maleczka, your first 5 to make the run here for the last row. Or let's just say the last spot in row 10 and the last row. Jacob Oster checking in. Still no power for Jacob.
Yeah, that's it. So that's unfortunate because they have a talent, they have the car, they have everything to stay in the top 10. And just for that's it, the big problem we have in the sim racing or in the virtual stuff. If you don't have power, you cannot do nothing. It's like your engine is not working basically. So that is our big problem we have in the
that is a true mechanical indeed.
Mm. They pray for don't engine blow. We pray for the power is not off. So
I think all of us at one point or another has been hit by some sort of power spike while we've been racing. Well, of course, the career wins leaders here at the Indy 500 for real. AJ Foyt, Alan Sir Sr., Rick Mears, Helio Castroneves, each with 4. Those with 3 is Dario Franchitti. He's the newest 3-time winner. Louis Meyer, Rose, Rutherford, Shaw, Bobby Unser each have 3. Your leading active drivers that still appear in the lineup for this year's Indy 500. Castroneves, he's going to be racing this year for Meyer Shank. He still has his 4. Takuma Sato, even though he destroyed his car for Rahal Edelman, will be back here in May to he was fastest in the 2-day test in April. He will be back in May to make a run at it, but in a brand new car. He has 2 wins. And right behind him is Joseph Newgarden, also with 2 wins. Joseph won the last 2, and I frankly think that if there's any driver that has a really good shot of getting 3 in a row, it's probably him. Although the 3 in a row has come close on a number of occasions. Vukovic was leading when he had his fatal accident in 1953. He was understood to have really the car and be the driver to beat by pretty much the entire field. He crashed out and died very early in that race. Then in 70 and 71, that was Allenser Sr. He finished second in 72 to Donahue, who got his first win for Penske that season, or first 500 win that season for Penske. And then in 2000 and 2001 was Castroneves. 2002 was Paul Tracy. Castroneves. And then 2002 was or 2003 was Gilles de Ferran. And finishing right behind Jill for that race was Helio Castroneves. So we've heard a car start on pit road, but we still haven't seen anyone move yet. We're getting ready. We are 15 minutes into the 9 o'clock hour. We have not started any runs yet for the final row shootout.
This should be coming.
Track conditions off there. Everyone's got a good look at those. So we are still waiting. As we have about another 26 drivers, almost a full field's worth, that are going to get a shot here for these last couple of positions. Now might be a good time while we've been waiting here is maybe run some commercials and get some words in from our sponsors. So stand by. We're getting ready to do some last row qualifying, but we'll get some words in from our sponsors from Worldwide Technology Raceway and iRacing.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
They walk among us, but at 240 miles per hour, they become something more. They're thrill seekers, risk takers, and maybe just a little bit unhinged. Buckle up. This new era of speed, this racing revolution, it's just getting started.
3 years of sellout crowds, 3 years of edge-of-your-seat action, 3 years of jaw-dropping finishes. Worldwide Technology Raceway has rocked the world of NASCAR, and now NASCAR is giving us another reason to celebrate. The 2025 NASCAR Cup Series Championship Playoffs are coming. Sunday, September 7th, 2025. Just when you thought the racing couldn't get any more intense, now every single lap matters. One wrong move could be the difference between elimination and being crowned the king. The Enjoy Illinois 300, the Confluence Music Festival, the NASCAR Cup Series Playoffs, and for the first time in 15 years, the NASCAR Xfinity Series on Saturday, September 6th. Don't be on the outside looking in. See history being made in your own backyard. Go to www.raceway.com for the hottest ticket of the year. Since 2010, race fans have had one burning question. When will the Xfinity Series return to Worldwide Technology Raceway? You asked, NASCAR delivered. On Saturday, September 6, 2025, the magic is back. The track that launched the legendary careers of Harvick, Busch, Keselowski, Edwards, and Earnhardt Jr. is now ready to write that next chapter. We're going to introduce you to a new crop of future champions and Hall of Famers. And in the process, we'll create more of the greatest moments in racing history. NASCAR Weekend 2025, the NASCAR Cup Series Championship Playoffs, the Confluence Music Festival, and now 250 miles of the NASCAR Xfinity Series. 2 incredible races, 1 challenging track, a 3-day party of epic proportions. Go to www.raceway.com and lock in your weekend racing and camping packages for as little as $20 down.
And we're back and underway, making his first run here in the last row shootout is Justin Fortner. Fortner, if you might remember, he had a black flag as he was coming up to speed on his last attempt and did not get a chance to complete it. Let's see, he had a 39.438 for lap 1 and a 39.515 for lap 2. And if you remember last year, the guys in the last row shootout were actually turning faster laps than the pole sitter in the front row. In fact, I think Clindy might have been involved in that, and he was turning faster laps than the front row, if I remember right then. So I expect to see some of these guys put up some big numbers, but unfortunately they're just going to be relegated to the back of the pack because that's the qualification rules. They can't go any better than 30th spot, basically.
Yeah, so result yesterday we got surprised, and actually was a very cover. The track was covered completely, and we see really fastest lap in that time. So actually it was really late. There's like at least 6:30 in the track time. So it's gonna be like this now. So let's see. The next one is coming. Benci. Benci said race control go.
227.4 is the 4-lap average for Justin Fortner. Let's take a look here at Caleb Benci. Just missed the first round gun. This is his first attempt, but he is not eligible for the pole. So if he puts in a big lap here, which he very well could, the best he can do is start in position 30. We are basically filling positions 30, 31, and 32. 33 will be R.C. Anderson on race day. So we are filling the last spot of row 10 and the first 2 spots of row 11. And keep in mind, it's also good for these drivers to go ahead and qualify because LGN, for whatever reason, if you have an instance like Jacob Oster or somebody has a family emergency or something along a 39.540 for Caleb Benci, that first lap at 228.1, one of the faster first laps we've seen. But keep in mind, if you're unable to make the race, it will go down to alternates based on speed. So you still, even if you don't qualify, let's say you go 34th or 35th, you still want to put in that effort, because you might get the call come race day, and it's your turn to, it's your time, and it's your turn to go turn 200 laps, 500 miles here at Indianapolis as part of the Warriors for Peace IndyCar series.
Yes, I remember two people yesterday. Last year actually, the last race of the Indy 500. 2 or 3 people. To be honest, I don't remember the names, but one of them, it was in the top 20, missing because some issues outside for the iRacing. So they make 3 people up to the race. So that's, you have to be aware every time when the race control announced you're in or maybe you're out.
$39,582. Lap 1 is a 228.1. Lap 2 is 227.7. Lap 3 a 227.3. 3-lap average of a 227.767. Into turn 3 on the white flag. Lap 4, our defending champion a year ago. Winner by 0.004 of a second over Robert Maleczka and Jason Brophy. Coming down for the checkered flag, the man from Stoer. 39.637, a speed of 227.590. As we will look at the next car to come out.
I wasn't my micro on off, so I said they don't really. My opinion is they're really fast what you saw last year. So Benci was 110 faster than Justin. I know Justin is one of the really fastest guys, but our reference is Benci time as in the bump. So let's see. Still have Maleczka in there.
Dan
Strada's
Marrera. We got Dan Marrera in there. We know he has pace. Hunter Ingrave, he has pace. Rafael Pizarro, we know he has pace. Antonio Estrada, he has pace. Jao Ritter, we know he has pace. A.J. Hobson, I know he has pace. Robert Maleczka, Cameron Dance, Kidda. There's a ton of drivers here that still have a lot of pace that I fully expect. There are going to be some people not going home happy. On the racetrack is Scott Crump in the 90. $39,367, a speed of, is that right? $39,367, wow. A 228.6 and a new purple lap.
Wow. Well, I think so. I talk fast. But yeah, that's fast.
There's some of these drivers that we're not very familiar with because they drive in other series, and we're pretty much exclusively the IndyCar team. So we're not familiar with everybody. So when somebody from one of the other series pops in here and straps on the IndyCar and they put up a big lap, that's kind of a surprise to us. And 228.2 for Crump for the lap for his second lap. 2-lap average, 228.4.
That's pretty fast.
Can he hang on to this car as these tires start to go off? Even with the cooler temperatures, the tires are still going to go off. A 39.567 for the third lap, a 227.4. So 228.2 lap 2, 227.4 lap 3. Starting lap 4 right now. And Crump looking at possibly making the race here and being among the fastest, at least so far, in the last row shootout, 39.652. That's a 226.9 and a 4-lap average of 227.825.
Oh my God! So with that time, easily is a poleman for 2:10.
This is Blake Clouat. He wanted me to mention that he's with the P1 Racing Team. So I will mention that. He's with the P1 Racing Team. Not anything affiliated with the P1 Broadcasting Channel. Or P1 Docs. Hey, but great minds think alike, right? So Clouat making his at least second attempt here to make the fastest 33. Currently, Crump, Caleb Benci, and Justin Fortner are in the race. Lap 1 in the books. 39.406 for Clouat. A 228.3. So Scott apparently is one of the Lake Norman cars with Ethan Stanley and Tyler Fody. So that's one of their Indy-only guys. Again, numbers matter in IndyCar racing. If you have an extra car that can help you out in the lineup, that is helpful. Especially if you should come out and pop out of pit road and your teammates say a lap down, but he comes out in front of you. That's going to be very helpful on fuel mileage. Lap 2 in the books. 39.512, a 227.779 for Blake Coulott. Staring at the white flag this time by out of 4. Whoa, a little close off the corner exits, making things exciting for this 10-mile run. A 39.555, 227.531. Not a lot of fall off there between lap 2 and 3. Putting up a good run here for Blake. Final time through the south end of the racetrack. Up the back stretch. A little known fact that the each end of the backstretch in turns 3 and turns 2, you would think it's perfectly flat. It is not. Based upon the curvature of the earth, and the track is so big that the turn 2 is just a little bit higher than turn 3. And Coulott, 39.703. Speed of 226.683, a 4-lap average of 227.595. He's getting actually credit for 227.6 in official timing and scoring.
Oh.
Here's Mark Rebilas, the guy that is sponsoring the race, the 14th running of the Indianapolis 500 here in the Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series.
Okay, now I can breathe nice now. My God. Can I say that? In between, I see Mark Rebilas in track.
Yeah, you can say that.
Can I say it? Okay. After 6 games, the Maple Leaf wins today 4-2 over Ottawa. Finally. So, my God.
And
okay, so,
again, just a reminder, if you can't tell people, Lewis is up in Canada. So that's where they really care about that stuff. Or maybe if you're in St. Louis, Chicago, or New York here. But 39.409 for the first lap, and he's coming here for a second lap. Go ahead.
So they told me in chat for one of the admins said Henry Bennett got bumped 1 year ago, staying with Jasper, not a winner. So Benci now is bumped by Mark. So bumped means out of the race for sure, 100%. So let's see what is the time for Mark. But he's really have a 90% chance with the time did Benci got bumped because he's basically it's really slow. The time when Benci did is really slow. Not really good lap for stay in the race.
Mark Rebilas now has a 3-lap average of 227.789, a 228.3, a 227.6, and a 227.3 for his 3 laps. Getting ready to complete his run on the north end of the racetrack through 3 into the short chute for the final time, making the turn off of 4. And will the guy that sponsors the race end up making the race to the line? 661.
Oh.
226.9 for a 4-lap average of 227.572. And that is not faster than Benci. Benci has a 227.592.
So Hunter and Grave is now in pit in the track. It's very funny how after 6 games, sorry to come back with that. So 6 games to fight, hit, and do this, do that. Now everyone is shaking hands and saying good luck and things. It's really kind of respect. But Hunter and Grave, I think it's one of the, like I just said, it's one of the guys could be make a good time to.
Oof. That's a big first lap right there.
Yeah. Actually,
39.384, 228.5. That is actually the third fastest lap turn today. The start of his run, Hunter Ingrave, teammate to Kyle Clinworth. And they will also be working with Seb Alexander, who also made the race. He's locked in.
So, to put in the... sorry, I'm watching the timing in the score in my track. So, he almost hit the wall. Wow. So, that's close again. So, if you touch or kiss the wall, the lap is invalidate. So, only one attempt for bump. So, Benci did the first lap, 39.450, and the second one, 39.5. So, Engrave did 1/10 faster than him.
Ingrave coming to the end of lap 3, coming to the white flag, 5.64 and a speed of 227.4.
Whoa. I don't know if it have the contact 0 is game over, but I see in my camera how it's close. You know when you have the net code could be counted also too.
White flag in the air for Hunter Ingrave, formerly of the Formula Indy Series, now racing in a lot more as of late. 39.636. 227 flat and a 227.783.
He put him second, on the bump day. So Benci is out of the race.
And here's the man that finished on the podium at Atlanta a couple of weeks ago, as the shadows now extend over the apex and exit of turn 1, as we are now well into happy hour here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Rafi Fazaro did not race with us at Indy GP last week, but he's back for the oval race, and his teacher and mentor is up on the front row. That's Adriano Pinheiro. Can Rafi put in a big first lap here? Did Pinheiro give him some information? A 39.345. And yeah, that is a big lap, because that is your purple lap of the entire day. Fastest lap turn all day. That includes round 1 and the last row shootout, a 228.746. Although I see a slightly different time in timing and scoring. They got him down for a 39.436. I have him down for a 39.345. So what we'll do is we will defer to whatever official timing and scoring is. 39.490 on lap 2. That's still a big first lap, though.
Yeah, more than when it did Scott Crump. So
Pizarro, 227.7, a 227.9, first 2 laps. a 227.399. 3-lap average at 228 flat. Okay, so he does have a 39.345 now, I see, in timing and scoring. So that is reflecting my screen here. 39.490 for lap 2. Gets really close to the wall there. The car's moving up. Oh, and that's, you see a little netcode contact, but he's played it out on the line here to make the Indy 500 691 a 226.7, 4-lap average 227.698.
Oh, he put him on third on the bump, so he is in the limit to stay out. I think the Scott Crumb have I'm gonna say secure. Who knows? Maybe somebody can make it faster than that. But it's really good time to stay in the race.
And on the track, and he's on it right now, is Antonio Estrada making his start of his second 10-mile run. There's your weather conditions. Track temp, 98 degrees. Remember, at one point, it was 125 degrees. And I think Stanley, who's in chat, turned it at was on the racetrack when we were at 125, and he still put it high in the field. 39.471 for Antonio, a 228 flat. Antonio making his first start here in the Elite Racing League's Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series, a member of Rogue Racing. A regular participant in the top split on Tuesday nights over on P1 Broadcasting on the Indy Oval Series. That normally means you got a I rating of about 5K or better. Hails from Mexico City. 39.5. 227.8. He's my broadcast partner for our IIS coverage over on P1 Broadcasting on the P1 channel. That is the IndyCar iRacing series that mirrors the real NTT IndyCar schedule. It's a calendar-long series.
Pretty good lap. This actually, it's not fast, but it's in there. Yeah, it's pretty good.
39.534. Not much slower on that third lap, and he gets right to that rumble strips. I swear his car made a little bobble there, but it certainly helped him rotate a little bit more. He gets through one, gets through two. Final lap down the backstretch. For the man from Mexico City, El Patron. Can the boss put it in the show? 39.534, the third lap. Coming through turn 4, looking at the checkered flag to complete his run. Can they put another Rogue Racing car in the show? 5.68. A 227.4, a 227.743 4-lap average.
So put Rafael Fusaro out of the race. And is Jacob Ofster in the track? So not in the track now, but in pits waiting for his opportunity actually.
Nigel Camargo, one of the regulars of the Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series. He is on the racetrack. We do have the points coming into this event. We'll probably show you the points before we go to the Fast 12. We got their updated rookie points and updated championship. 39.397. 228.4. getting those wheels below the white line, making that line through the corners as short as possible. Of course, you don't want to grab that little bit of concrete, or you see what happened to Takuma Sato. Out to the wall for Naiji. 39.479, a pretty decent second lap. 227.969. So I guess the thing is here now, for future reference, is you go very early, so that means you need to be high in the points. Or you go very late, or you wait and gamble and be bumped, and then you can put up big laps during the last row shootout.
I don't want to. So the problem when you go late, yeah, actually in the bump, it makes sense to stay to the end because you can see the timing and see what is the fastest for now. So for now. It's really fast. Scott Crum, he did 227.826, so that's really fast for now. So let's see, Camargo did the last one
613.
So still in.
227.685 is the 4-lap average there. And just getting my spreadsheet set up here for the next car that's currently out there underway. It's Jacob Adams. Jacob's making his, I think he was out on the racetrack making at least his first attempt about the time we came on the air.
Yeah, he have a 6, let me see. He have a 2 attempts. Or 3 basically. One, the first lap, the first one he did is something happened with him because the second one is no catch him. So he did 2 attempts at the first for the qualifying. Now he is the third one but for bump. Is fast. Actually, it's record now.
Yeah, let me get that first lap. 3:42. A 228.7. So that is now your fastest first official lap. Now a 39.461. 228 flat, so lost 0.7 of a mile per hour. Getting some messages from some drivers not happy about the session. I understand where they're coming from. And qualifying did start very early, started at 4:30. And normally that's because some people in other parts of the world that are race here will have a chance at a decent hour. But also, it runs till 9 p.m. Eastern time. But in a working world, sometimes it's a little tough. 39.543 to eat dinner, get ready to go, and then strap into your rig and then be ready to turn some laps. 39.543 is a 227.63 lap average, a 228.145 for Adams, who had some pretty big fall off from that first lap, but he's going to have a pretty good attempt here. 39.603, 2.56 and a four-lap average of a 227.922. And I believe that would probably make him the pole sitter, wouldn't it?
It is. So for basically 1/10 of miles, so basically 0.1 mile faster than the Scott, because Adam did 0.923 and Scott did 0.826. So for sure it's gonna go more and more and more fast the time. And Estrada is out, actually, this bump.
Watching Wayne Hunter. Now, he says Wayne Hunter 2 is. I wasn't given his entry in time, and so it has a number on it attached to his name. But if he makes the field, it will be Wayne Hunter with no number. That's just a starting 33. 39.411 and a 228.3 now for Hunter at the end of lap 1.
Last year we have a less bump people.
I don't think the field was. I don't think the entry list was big as it was for this time. 39.485.
Well, we have a big. The list was a big list, but no everyone came at that time, so it was a really fast bump. But now it's like a 25, basically one field.
Yeah, we're 26 people are going to take a shot at these last three spots.
That's as IRL before, where they have too many.
Well, I mean, I remember. I think the most ever was 1982, where they had something like 60.
60, man.
Yeah.
Whatever.
A 39.587. Go ahead.
What about now? Just only.
There will be 34.
Nobody?
That will be 34 that will attempt to make the Indy 500 this year. Yeah.
Only one is out.
And there have been years where they scraped together just enough to get 33. That was the big thing. So you got to get 33. I don't think they've ever started an Indy 500 with less than 33. 39.618 for the final lap here for Wayne Hunter. A four-lap average of 227.703. I don't think that's fast enough to get in the field.
No. It's the fifth in the order. So it's out.
Dave Huckleberry on the track. As we will get the cameras turned toward him. In the silver bullets. Getting the wheels now down to the white line in turn 4. Staring at the end and completion of lap 1. For Huck, 39.524, 227.7. And the lap counter at the bottom there, you see it only counts the last 4 laps that they take official time. So he's done at least a couple of tenths today. He's 10 laps in, now 11 laps in. 39.518, and actually a faster second lap, 227.744. Lap 1, 227.710. Lap 2, a 227.744. We've only seen a couple occasions where the second lap was faster than the first lap, and I think about 3 or 4, and 2 of them have been Huck. His first attempt, or last attempt we saw him did a 2:25.9 and did a 2:27.3 on the second lap. Sometimes there's that first lap jitters where you just, you hit your marks. You just need to kind of be at pace. 5.52, 39.552, 227.759 on his final lap.
Oh, no, not yet.
And I'll need you to tell me who currently is locked in, or at least the top 3.
Yep.
And coming to the checker fly at 6.06.
Oh.
227.238. And a 4-lap average of a 227.560.
So he put him at 11. Basically 11 in the bump. So is Jacob Adams, Scott Crumb, and Hunter and Grave, the 3 in there. So Antonio Sora is the last one got bumped.
Harrison Talon on the racetrack. He's made a couple attempts today. Struggling to find speed at the moment, but cooler temperatures are pushing everyone up speed-wise. A 39.342. That's a 228.7. That is a pretty monster first lap for someone that's been kind of struggling today, but that makes him second fastest for the at least in a single lap. Second fastest of the day behind Jacob Adams. I think the sun's kind of poking out or is hiding behind some clouds right now.
Timing in the track is 5:43 p.m. So it's getting really, really little dark. I don't say dark, but it's really dark when we started with the sun bright in the track.
.95 degrees on the track temperature, 76 degrees ambient. Coming to the white flag, Harrison Talon looking to make the field. This would bump Hunter Ingrave if he's fast enough. 39.567. That's a speed of 227.4. Coming to the checkered flag for Talion to see if he makes it into the field.
Oh.
616. Pretty consistent laps. 227.181.
227.871. So Hunter Ingrave is bumped from the race.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the 4-lap average here. Sorry. And it's a 4-lap average of 2. Oh, do we have a wreck?
Yeah,
Nope.
he basically hit the wall. Actually, kissed the wall. And if it's like that, his lap is no. I don't know. He started the lap. I'm not sure, but he hit the wall actually.
Hayden Herman.
Oh, he started with kiss the wall. That's just happened. He started the lap with that.
$39,494 is the first lap of 227.8. Second lap is a 39.538. As a 227.629.
Too high.
He's down the backstretch. Looking at 3 through 3. Giving that turn 3 wall in the short chute a good look. And looking at a white flag lap here, a 39.636. 227 flat, 227.066. White flag lap in the air. 3/4 of the way through his 10-mile run. Hayden Herman. After this, we only have 6 or 7 more cars. Victor Aldrich, A.J. Hobson, Robert Maleczka, Cameron Dance, Ryan Huckleberry, Takeshi Kida, and Thomas Keel. Got a couple of 3 or 4 guys in there with some pace. This is not over yet.
You remember I said, oh, Andrew Good is going to be here, but it's not in the lineup for attempt to the quality now.
Hayden Herman, final lap is a 226.9.
27.3.
And that is a 227.393.
15. 14, sorry. 14 under.
And on the track right now is Victor Aldrich. He is one of the series regulars with Team Watson Racing.
Wow.
39.310.
228.955 in the first lap.
That is fastest lap of the day. And almost into the 229 range. I tell you what, if conditions continue to be like this and we get Hobson, Maleczka, and Dance, the next 3 are up, I think each one have a shot at 229. I think legit each one of those guys has a shot at 229.
They are close actually for the 29. Now it's going down for 226.6, but still really fast lap in the track.
Yeah, he's at that's a 228.3 for his second lap actually, at 39.418. I think a 39.417 in timing and scoring, so we'll go by that. I have his 2-lap average as a 228.6 at the moment. Very brightly colored car. Sporting the Destino colors. Good friend of mine. 39.563. Victor 227.4 for that lap, a 228.2 for his 4-lap average. As he makes his look down the backstretch. Getting his
it's
wheels.
Easy to say this, but
go ahead.
It's easy to say this, but he need to use more close to the wall. Look at that, how spacey he have in the wall. That is, you can lose a little bit, half a tenth, so maybe like that in the lap. So he need to use that entry to the exit, and the turn 4 is really 2 laps did that, and it's really not really.
Well, his run is done, and he does a 39.585 on his last lap. So lap 3 and 4, very remarkably close. a 4-lap average of 228 flat, 228.027 for Victor Aldrich, and that might have got him into the top 3. Yes.
It is in the top. It's first, actually. Scott Crum is bump, so he is first in the line.
A.J. Hobson on the racetrack from the Dark Horse Racing Series that you see on Sunday nights. Me and Andrew Wood bringing the action over on P1 here this Sunday night for their start of their 8th season, running the DW12s. A.J. Hobson, one of the guys over there, he is on it right now and has got his first lap in the books. $39.324, 228.8. Completion of lap 2 in timing and scoring now. It registers a 4.50, 228.1, so still a 228.5 average after 2 laps. White flag in the air from the starter. Final lap of the run for A.J. Hobson. And if you look at his helmet, it is an old-style A.J. Foyt helmet. Has A.J. on the side. Very cool. 5.99 or 5.59. $227.5 for that lap. 3-lap average, a 228.1. He's a little bit slower than, actually he's faster right now than Aldrich, but he needs to put in a good final lap.
Look like good one, this. It is
5.71. 227.439, but it's not fast enough to stay in the 228 bracket. It is going to be 227.987.
So put him on second for now. So Harrison Taylor is out of the race.
Well, here we go. Eyes on the racetrack. Here is one of the guys we want to watch, and he's on it. Robert Maleczka making his run here to attempt to make the field and to get his 4th victory here in the Indy 500 and the Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series. He won back-to-back-to-back and then had the streak broken by Caleb Benci in 2024A. We didn't see him in 2024B because going on at the same time was the Pro Series. He was one of the key players in that Pro Series. Down the stretch for that championship. 39.324 to 228.868 for that first lap. That makes him second fastest overall, second fastest lap, single lap.
Oh, it's coming purple lap now. In the sector 1. Let's see sector 2 now. Maybe it's coming for fastest lap now. Nope. But
399. It was really close. 399.
Yeah,
a 228.4.
He was purple in the first sector on the track, but he was purple in the first lap in the second sector. So, but really average, good average time he have.
491. 227.9.
Nobody do it 0.4 in the third lap. For now. There's supposedly everyone do a 6 or 5, but nobody 4. So it's not about the record. It's about consistent in every single lap.
Coming to the checkered flag, King Robert. Run is complete, and the time, 39.560 for a speed of 227.503 miles per hour. 4-lap average, 228.174. He is probably, it's safe to say, he's going to be in the field.
It is in the field with the first in the first position in the bump. So Jacob Adam is out of the race, but he showed us you don't need to make the fastest lap to be on the front. Basically, just 4 laps equal. You can be in the front.
This is a guy who's had a bit of a rough time. I think at one point I flipped, or at least looked at my screen, and one of his first attempts, I think Cameron might have been in the wall. So he's had a bit of a rough day, but we know he has pace. He finished on the podium at the Indy GP last week. It is the middle of tomorrow where this guy is right now, and he is making his next attempt here, his last attempt to make the big race. And a 39.323, a 228.874, and that is the second fastest lap turned in qualifying. So, yep, we knew he would have pace.
Yeah, you have to make 4. Wow, that's close. 4 laps equals to be on the. Wow, it's kind of overdrive that corner. So yeah, that's pretty good lap on the camera dance. Let's see the second one.
432, 228.241, 2-lap average, 228.5 right now for Cameron Dance, who admits he is a bit more of a road course guy than an oval guy, but he is showing a lot of pace at the moment in that very flashy livery of his, getting ready to come to the white flag in the north end of the racetrack through turn 4. White flag in the air. 536, 227.6, 3-lap average 228.2. So if he keeps this up, we will have another burner of a lap here. Next out on the racetrack is Ryan Huckleberry.
So it should be with that lap. Could be AJ bump. Let's see what's the last lap he did.
39. What do we got? 581. That's pretty good.
Wow.
At 227.3, and he's going to finish with a 228.033 average. And these guys will be sitting on the front row if they turn this during round 1.
Yeah, for sure. If it's actually, I don't surprise if we see faster lap than this in the fastest 12. But AJ Hobson is out of the race, so Victor Aldrich is really, really close to getting out. So let's see if it's Ryan or Kita or Thomas drop Victor to the race.
I think the possibilities are endless here. I think all 3 of these guys have a shot. The conditions are warranting it right now. Huckleberry to the top. Huckleberry to the top. 39.306.
Nice. Really?
That is a 228.973, and that is your fastest race or fastest qualifying lap, single lap, turn today.
Oh, don't go too low.
He got right on the cusp of those rumble strips.
Oh, again.
He's flirting with disaster, but hey, you know what you have to do to make the race. I mean, you'd be like Nolan Siegel. You know you don't have the car, but you're going to full send it. And he's full sending it right now. And it appears he fully has the car at 39.412. That's a speed of 228.3. Giving himself a lot of room on corner exit.
In that 2 corners, he lost a little bit. Lost maybe 110 in there.
Oh, down to the concrete again. Bold moves for Huckleberry as he comes to complete lap 3 to get the white flag. One more lap to go for his 10-mile run. 39.527, 227.692 as he goes down to the concrete again.
You know what the problem is when you make your lap 1 or 1 hour and a half ago? It's different now because it's now cold. That's why maybe it's Ryan's surprise about how the car is going too low in the corners.
Coming to the checkered flag for Ryan Huckleberry. I think he is going to be in here. A 39 what? 668.
Oh.
226.883, 227.974. And did I hex him or not?
It's in 5th. And,
he's been bumped. He didn't make it. But he has the fastest lap.
Yeah. That's unfortunate because he have a good momentum to have a good entry on the in the corners, but like I said, you have only one chance, and that chance is when you figure out, the car have a more grip, it's more fast. I can put the car wherever I want. That's the problem. When you're only have a one attempt in the hot track, now in the cold track, so that's really sucks for him.
Well, Kidda driving your hero's livery, Eliseo Salazar.
Let's see which one is.
It's in that 94 or 95, 96, 97 livery that the crystal.
Oh,
39.
That's 95 when he debuted on the Indy 500.
And a 39.535 at 228.6 for Kidda, who is actually coming to us from Chile. That is Luis Gonzalez Nunez's home country as well. So Eliseo Salazar, despite, he didn't have the greatest record here in Indianapolis. Probably most people remember him for some of the, I guess, the block that he threw on some people in some races and a couple times. And also basically knocking Ari Lyondike out where Ari had the rocket ship in 96. He did start on the front row for A.J. Foyt. What was that, 2000?
Yes, 2000 with Montoya and David Hamilton, I think so, in the middle.
Or was it Robbie Gordon?
Or
Greg Ray?
Hamilton. No, I'll let you know. I think it's Hamilton. But, one of the front row he did was by time. The other one was for disqualifying and Scott Brighton, actually.
Yeah, he was the fourth fastest for the 96 500 in qualifying, but when Brayton unfortunately died as a result of a practice crash in turn 2, that moved. He was on the pole. That moved everybody up one more spot, so he started in the front row in 96.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah, Greg Ray, Poleman that day, Montoya in the middle, and Salazar in the
most
outside.
Boring Indy 500 I have ever been to.
Yeah, for sure. He always said, and in that moment said that, but I have the chance to catch Montoya, but Montoya is far off the front.
So Kidda puts together a 4-lap average of 228.073. That might have got him into the race.
Let's
see.
Victor Aldrich is out of the race.
Wow. You would have thought the big lap that Aldrich put up, that it maybe would have put him in. This is your final runner right here. So who is in of the three that are in? Who are the top two?
Cameron Dance. Cameron Dance is in the yes.
Cameron Dance is on the bubble.
Yes.
Okay, Cameron Dance. And so who's in right now officially?
So Maleczka with 228.179. Kechikita with 228.076, and Cameron Dance with 228.037.
.335, 228.804 for Keel. And look, the sun is basically gone. I don't know what the track temp is here, but the sun is basically behind the crowd.
90.
Yeah. Let's take a look here. It's
look like the same
90.
when they have a last year, yeah.
He can't ask for better conditions here at the very end. 39 points. What do we got? 439. 228.2. 2-lap average of 228.5. Still on pace to make the race.
Is faster than... No, it's a little slow than Cameron Dance in the second lap.
Yeah, Cameron Dance did a 228.8 on his first lap. He did a 228.2 on his second lap. So we're both that, but he's just a little bit slower. So he needs to have a really good third lap here in order to beat Dance. 5.61, a 227.497. Dance did a 227.6, so falling a little behind now for Keel, one of the series regulars, threatening not to make the Indy 500. And this is going to be kind of bad for some of these series regulars that don't make the race. This is double points. He needs to put in a monster lap here, and I don't think he's going to get it by this pace that I'm looking at right now. It's going to be very close. It's going to be a blink of an eye, but I don't think Keel is going to get there. 5.89. No, he does not. A 227.958 is the average. A 228.033 is Dance. Dance hangs on, and he will start 32nd in next week's 500.
Yes, it is. So Thomas finished 7 in the bump. So it's going to be Maleczka, Kita, and Dance in the 33, basically. Because RC Anderson is 33, so Dance is going to be 32, Kita 31, and Maleczka 30. So we now go with the fastest 12.
We're getting ready to go with the fast 12. We'll need to get that. Let's see if I can find that fast 12 timing and scoring sheet. There it is. Fast 12, timing and scoring. There it is. All right. While we are waiting, and I'll clear off this information here, give you some updated weather information, and we will stand by. And now's a good time to get some more of our sponsors in. I want to thank Blue Egg Marketing. You can rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track, connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always on the pole position, leading your brand toward victory lane. Don't spin your wheels. Accelerate success with Blue Egg. Fueling small businesses to win big. To learn more about Blue Wave, click on their link in the description. Worldwide Technology Raceway is one of our premier partners. They are a premier motorsports facility located in Madison, Illinois, just minutes from downtown St. Louis. The track features a 1.25-mile oval, home to thrilling events like the NASCAR Cup Series, Craftsman Truck Series, and the NTT IndyCar Series. They also have a 2-mile infield road course, and we got Johnny already out there, so someone sent him and didn't tell me. As he put up a big first lap. Well, we want to to learn more, to grab tickets for one of their marquee events, you want to check out their website. The link is in the description. That's Worldwide Technology Raceway. We will wrap up our season here in just a couple of weeks with double points and the championship yet again.
Okay, so yeah, so he put a good lap at the first one. Actually, I waited for you to finish the.
Yep,
the
I got it.
sponsor.
I got
So
it. We're gonna take a look here.
I cannot have lap by lap in the, but it's okay.
39.294. You saw that purple lap flash on the screen while I was doing the promo there. That's a 229 flat, 229.043. He did a 39.443 on lap 2. That's a 228.1, so almost a full mile per hour off on lap 2. And then a 39.503 at 227.8. So the average is coming down pretty quickly for Thomas.
No, it's, he didn't use too much track, but it is okay.
39.584, 227.3. The 4-lap average is 228.102 miles per hour. Next up is Chad Frankenfeld, the winner in 2024B. Got the monkey off his back a la Tony Kanaan. And he wants to put another strong race together.
Really surprised of Chad because he only have a one attempt to qualify. And he's now in the fastest goal. So with one attempt, same like did Adriano around.
Well, I mean, well, because he did so well in points, and if you go early, the people that go early are the ones that are higher in the points. And his first lap is a 228.9. But the first lap, the first time he goes, it was a much cooler racetrack, and he got pretty optimal conditions, and then you just sit around and wait for whatever. I mean, he probably qualified to sometime between 4:30 and 5, so he's been sitting on the sidelines for 5 hours now, more than 5 hours.
Let's see what time he did. So
well, he's not been sitting on the sidelines, he's been adminning and stuff, but 228.3.
At 4:49 p.m.
Yeah.
So that's the time he did. Pinheiro 4:30.
Yeah, he went right. He rolled out right at 4:30. Two laps in the books for our defending winner from 2024B. That was the October version of this race. He held off a hard-charging and very much a driver that wants to win this race, Adriano Pinheiro, to get that win. I think there was only one caution during that race, too. There was a lot of racing in that. I mean, there was not a lot of downtime, not a lot of time to rest. Chad Frankenfeld coming to the checkered flag for the completion of his run. And he might be the only 2024 defending champion to make the race. And he is in this thing for good, and he's in the fast 12, and he's got a good lap to show for it, a 227.7, a 228.271, faster than Thomas, and now on the provisional pole.
Pretty good lap for Chad, the defender, Indy 500. So it's the only one raised from 1 to now 14.
Yeah, he's made every single edition of this race. Seb Alexander on the racetrack, and man, is he getting ideal conditions. You can't even see a shadow on the front stretch because there are no shadows on the front stretch.
Look like last year, the Indy 500, the real Indy 500 finished around this time when the Joseph was Battle War. Look like the same. Cannot say dark because the camera make a little more bright everything. But yeah.
Lap 1 in the books. And again, thank everybody for watching. This is PresleySora.com qualification day at the Brickyard. 39.338 the first lap for Seb Alexander, 228.7. 228.7 for the veteran, who's sporting a new paint job. The man in black now. No more Mr. Nice Guy. No more white car. He's gonna embrace the heel.
Pretty good lap, but not really like Thomas did.
39.4. 39.4 flat, 228.426. He's actually faster than Thomas, or they're about dead on right now at this pace. He had a much faster second lap than Thomas did. He had a 228.4 versus Thomas's second lap at 228.1. Coming to the white flag, over his shoulder now, down the front stretch. .499. 227.854 for Seb.
Low.
His third lap is faster than Thomas's third lap.
But the target is Chad because he is the poleman now.
Yeah, Chad is provisional pole setter right now.
Little slow.
To complete his run in the fast 12, Seb Alexander turns a final lap of 5.39. So 227.6 for a 4-lap average of 228.172. That is faster than Thomas's 228.102. So Seb Alexander now second fast, middle of the front row. Next out is Presley Sora. And while he's out there coming up to speed, I think it's Presley Sora. Is it Presley Sora? It is Presley Sora.
Yes,
there it is.
Sora.
I have not done any ad reads for his sponsorship of this race yet. So qualifying day at the Brickyard is proudly sponsored by PresleySora.com. PresleySora.com is the official website of this guy, NASCAR ARCA Menard Series driver Presley Sora. For all the information, merchandise, and driver news, you want to visit PresleySora.com. Visit, or actually follow him on social media, and he uses @PresleySora on all his accounts, or check the links in the description. He's a proud sponsor of qualifying day here at the Brickyard. Thank you very much, Presley. Trying to back up his front row start last season, and he goes to the top.
Nice lap on him. So it's faster than Thomas.
Yeah, that's the fastest opening lap of the fast 12 right here at 229.2. Thomas had a 229 flat.
for half a 10, so really, really fast. The thing is, he needs to make equal, basically almost equal. So look at that. So
that's
that
tough
is,
right there. That's the fall off.
Yes.
Yeah, that's hustling
exactly.
it.
You can so Maleczka show us. You don't need to make faster. You have to make equal, almost equal laps to make good average. So that is like it's a big uppercut for Presley Sora in there.
White flag in the air this time for Presley Sora. Season-long competitor in the series. Not a lot of fall off for lap 3, just a little bit. 39.5 versus a 39.403, and third lap is a 227.8. 3-lap average, it's a 228.5. Final lap for Sora. Did a checkered flag for the stock car veteran. 5.37, so a pretty consistent last lap. 227.6 for the last lap. A 228.290. He is your new provisional pole sitter over Frankenfeld's 228.271.
Yeah, the second lap he did, wow. There should be that lap be 300 something. But yeah, it was at least for now it's the front row. That's the good thing for him once again in the front row.
And speaking of the PRI Hoosier 500, here is the man for that. You'll see that later in the year over on P1 and also practice here on ERN and P1 in December. And he is underway now into his attempt. 39.316 at a speed of 228.9. 228.9 on that opening lap. And since we've all picked up pace now, at 228.9 might sound pretty good. That's only the 6th fastest lap of the day. As we picked up pace here, as the sun is starting to go down and the temperatures are starting to go down. He's already through the completion of lap 2, down the front straightaway at the yard of bricks. Back in the day, before they really smoothed down the yard of bricks, when the cars used to hit that, it made a big pop sound like a rifle going off. 228.224. I remember being a wee lad sitting in the stands covering my ears because I hated the pop the tires made every time they smacked the yard of bricks.
In which year?
I think maybe I was about 5 years old or less, so 79, 78.
It could be. It was maybe terrible to hear all the cars and pum, pum, pum every time. My God.
Now the racetrack is billiard table smooth, as everyone likes to say. I think Al Jr. coined that phrase. 227.871 lap 3 for Ryan Scholl in the PRI Hoosier 500 car. Coming at you down the back straightaway, separating both halves of the Brickyard Crossing golf course. In turn 3, in front of the little dirt track they have back there. Down into turn 4 in front of the old snake pit that's no longer there. One of them at least. Coming to the checkered flag for Ryan, who's come on strong here in the second half of the season in the championship. A 39.505 for 227.819 and a 4-lap average of a 228.206. So he is your third fastest qualifier right now.
Yes, he's in the front row outside for Ryan Schultz.
So outside the front row is actually a pretty good position to be.
Oh, there is Andrew Wood.
Yeah, here is Andrew Wood.
He lost. My God, what is? I still looking for him in the timing. They say he is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
The wood vinyl on the side of his car camouflages him.
That's I saw the car. Even the name is like, oh, okay, here it is.
Spath and Forsyth on deck. Actually, Spath on deck, Forsyth in the hole. Here is Andrew Wood. $39.290, 229 flat for the Catalyst.
Ooh, the second faster.
Wood was a winner here in the Lionheart Speedway Series Indy 500.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Did he beat you? I was in that race too, but I was damaged from about the first quarter on, so I was a chicane.
Was on the front. I was on the front with him, working together, and then some point I don't know how he left, and then some point I decided to come in. I put less fuel, and then gone. So I don't know. That decision, really, I don't like it. It's not really.
You can hear you can hear the disappointment as well. Yeah, whatever. He was gone.
Yeah, it was. I started third or something out second. I lead the race and then all down. But it's okay.
You did better than me, and that's not setting the bar very high.
No,
though.
Actually, no. It went even better. I just ran out of fuel. I put it in with. That's terrible. It looked like Robbie Gordon. 3 laps to go, or 2 laps to go to just.
No, he was coming to the white flag, Robbie Gordon in '99.
That's worse actually.
Yeah, it's first lap of 39.290, second lap 39.379, third lap 39.520, 227.733 on that third lap, 3-lap average 228.4. Coming to the checkered flag for Andrew Wood. 5.75, a 228.189. He's going to be on row 2.
Yeah, row 2, 4 for inside. Behind the Presley Sora for now.
Logan Spath, he's going to be carrying the banner for the lead car for Stowe Motorsports. He is a teammate to one of our defending champs who did not qualify. So Logan wants to do very well, and he's done very well since rejoining the Elite Racing League. He's a 2024 A Rookie of the Year. He has won at Long Beach, finished on the podium second at the Indy GP in the last round. First lap, 39.360. 228.6 for Logan.
The really interesting. So after Logan is coming Craig Forsyth, and then is coming Tyler 40, Ethan Stanley, and Adriano Pinheiro. Championship implication over there for that 12 points. The margin they have between. For B and the fastest 12. So Daniel Pinheiro need to separate that points. Stanley maybe need to that point to getting close on Pinheiro, and Stanley, 40 getting close to Pinheiro. So everyone is have to be close to Pinheiro. That's the point.
39.461 the second lap for Logan Spath in the maroon Stowe Motorsports car. Currently a 2-lap average of 228.3. Had himself a pretty good 500 in 2024 A. Or excuse me, 2024 B. He was in the lineup for that. No, A, excuse me. He was not in the lineup for B. That was the FIS season there. 39.513. 227.7. I think he finished in the top 10 in 2024 A, didn't he? Finished 8th? Now, why I remember that, I don't know, but...
Wait a second.
The run is complete. 39.570, 227.4 on the last lap, 227.987 for the 4-lap run. That will put him a little bit further on back than he would like, but a still good starting spot to start the 500 miles with. Now on the racetrack, all eyes are on this guy. Right here.
So Presley is Logan Spath. He finished. No, he didn't race last year. So what year you said finished 9? Last year, actually, last year 8. It should be.
Yeah, 8th. I thought 8th. Yeah, I thought he finished 8th. In 2024 A, I thought. No, 2024, was it A? Watching Forsyth putting together a good lap.
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
He finished 8. He started on 28 on that day.
Yeah, in 2024 A, he did finish 8th. Forsyth lap 1, coming to lap 2 right now, 39.274. 39, what do we got? 370, not a bad. 229.1 at 228.6 for lap 2. I tell you, if he gets a good, consistent set of laps here for 3 and 4, we're looking at a possible front row attempt right here.
Yes, it's good well for him.
Only one 4D car in the top 12, but other 4D cars are in the lineup. 447, 228.1, a 228.6 for the 3-lap average. So, good run. Cooking right now for Craig Forsyth. In the Greg Moore, Jacques Villeneuve, pick a Canadian. That probably was in that cockpit livery from Forsyth Racing down the front stretch. Final lap in the books. Craig Forsyth.
Pretty nice of him.
39.509, a 228.426.
Basically 2/10 over Presley Sora with the pole now.
See, that's what I thought. I thought that was a poor pole run at 228.4. Sora, if I can find Sora's 228.2. So he smashed. Yeah. He smashed Sora. That I just had a good feeling. It was looking good. So now we got Fody out there. And before we really get into watching Fody's attempt, we'll bring him up on the video here. But this is a really good time to show you the driver's points coming into today. This is the driver's points coming into today. Pinheiro with a 22-point lead over this guy right here. So that is going to be there's going to be some changing in those points just because of qualifying. And also involved here, Ethan Stanley. Craig Forsyth is going to pick up some points here. Ryan Schold will pick up some points here. Frankenfeld will pick up some points here. But as your top 10 in the championship coming to Indianapolis, remember next week's race is double points. First lap for Fody is a 39.262. That's a 229.2. And a 39.394.
Whoa, almost same Forsyth did, basically.
Very close, very close. Halfway through the run, halfway through the third lap. On the north end of the racetrack. This track sits perfectly north, south, east, and west. This is the east-west side of the racetrack right here. They're heading south. $39,428. This is the south end of the racetrack. Parallel 16th Street, the main entrance. 228.2. Backstretch heading north now.
Look like it's gonna be pole.
4-lap average 228.6. Through the north end into turn 4. Do we have a pole run in the offering here for Tyler Fody? What does he bring to the table here in the late stages?
Wow.
4.94. 228.458 to Forsyth's 228.426. New pole sitter, provisional pole. And now here is Ethan Stanley, his teammate. I am sure there's no team orders going on here.
No, for Indianapolis.
No, not at all.
Nope.
We're coming up on the 11 o'clock hour on the East Coast. Thanks for joining us. If you're watching here late, we're in the final stages of the Fast 12. Currently watching Ethan Stanley make his attempt. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Join us next week for the big running of the big race, the 14th annual Rebilas Photography Indianapolis 500. Who will be on the pole? That's yet to be decided. We do have a field of 33, though. We just need to figure out who the first 12 are going to be in what order. Stanley coming to the completion of his first lap. This is Presley Sora qualifying day at the Brickyard. 2:29.136 the opening lap for the Blue Egg car. Of course, the winner of the pole will become the 4D Racewear pole winner. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe all their socials. Check out their line of made-for-sim racing gloves, shoes, and apparel. Visit them at 4dracewear.com. Coming to lap 2 for Ethan Stanley. 4:19. Yeah, a little close there in the corner. Might have cost him some time. 2:28.3. Wow. Right out to the wall. Next on deck is Pinheiro. And then in the hole right now is Chris Albrecht, our provisional pole sitter, coming into the Fast 12. .473, 2:28 flat. I think he's fallen off the pace a little bit. I think he's used those tires up. I mean, it's not getting any hotter out there, that's for sure. 86
well, for sure it's not
yeah.
pole. For sure it's not pole.
But a good starting position nevertheless. And this is what, a good start to the day. he said before he's had some not so great qualifying here and had to come deep in the field, and it cost him a lot of time. And a 39.496.
He's third. So the thing is, it's not about the pole position. It's about the points you get for the pole position.
Yes.
For the championship. That's make a good thing, because remember, all of these people mostly is in the championship. Actually, all of them almost in the championship, excluded Seb Alexander. But
everybody's regulars with the exception of Alexander in the Fast 12 here. Well, Spath has not been a consistent regular, but he has been in the last 3 races. Yep. Pinheiro coming to the completion of lap 1. Everybody's holding their breath to see what the Brazilian throws down as his answer to everybody else right now.
Oh.
253, and that is a 229.2, and that sends that is the purple lap, at least on the top of the charts for the day.
So, yeah, basically, it's the fastest so far in the day. Let's see what happened with the second lap, because we see for
my timing and scoring said that was 230 miles an hour. So I'm gonna have to get my calculator looked at, see what's going on. 39.374, 228.5. So falls off about 0.7 of a mile per hour there. And that first lap, normally it feels good. You know what I'm talking about. You feel the revs, everything's good. That second lap, you go through there and you hear the revs dip a little bit. You're like, come on, come on, come on.
It's here when you see the car is like a little bit loose, going to the air. The wheel's a little bit what happened with the wheel? Why it's like this? But there's no problem with the Pinheiro, because 39.442 the third lap actually.
4.4. I got a 4.43, but at least a 228.1. So at least a 3-lap average of 228.6 right now.
Because I counted for as 40. He did a good first lap, Adriano. The second lap, 40 is more faster, and the third lap, 40 is more faster.
Coming to the checkered flag for Pinheiro. What's he put down? Does he answer? 4.87, 228.489. He's faster than Fody, and that puts him on the provisional pole.
Yes, it is. It's the poleman for now. So let's see what's doing.
This is the last man.
Albrecht.
This is the last man. Man, can you imagine? You're rookie. This is your first year in the league. You're all excited about learning IndyCar and racing IndyCar. The pressure's got to be huge here. He's the last car. No one else is going to come out and race after this guy. All he has to do is put up the same type of performance, maybe a little bit faster than what he did when he originally put it on the provisional pole to get into the Fast 12. That's all he needs to do, and he gets the pole. Here we go. Albrecht. 39, 298. That's a 229 flat. So it's 0.2 slower than Pinheiro's opening lap. Worst case scenario, I mean, he's got himself a good start. He's got a lot of track position made up. You know, it's only 4 rows deep to start the 500. You can see the front at least. Look at the visibility to get into the shadows there on the front stretch. 404. 228.4. Coming to the white flag. Last lap of the day. Chris Albrecht. 39.459. That's a 228 flat. They're doing pretty good still at 228.5. He can't have any fall off on this lap, really, if he got to hope for the pole. But it's going to be a long shot here. But it's really good to see someone new kind of crack the top 12 here. Checkered flag in the air. Chris Albrecht, great performance today. Should be very proud of himself. Now he just needs to back it up with a solid 500-mile run next week. 5.46. 227.5 and a 4-lap average of 228.271.
Going 7.
So that will put him on the inside of row 3.
Yes.
And we're probably not going to get a word from Pinheiro. So I wonder if he'll send you anything, but that is qualifying. So I guess we can kind of start the provisional lineup now for next week's 500. It's Pinheiro, Fody, and Forsyth on the front row. Row 2 is Ethan Stanley, Presley, Sora, Chad Frankenfeld. Row 3, Chris Albrecht, Ryan Schold, and Andrew Wood. And row 4, it's Seb Alexander, Johnny Thomas, and Logan Spath. All right, if I got this right, next is going to be Chris Stouffer, Leighton Norgard, and Clindy. Then it's Jim Herrick, Richie Hearn, Gavin Hibbs, Tristan Forson, Brian Blauman, Matt Wagner, James Watson, Kale Pocock, Matthew Weeks, Daniel Ferguson, Justin Wadsworth, and Hunter Smith. Hamilton Akabueasy, Joey Soments, Thomas Keel, and then Kidda. That's not right. Sure, I got to go back to the elite bumping here, and they don't have them lined up properly.
I think we have a standing around when it's
okay. And then it's it's going to be Maleczka, Kidda, and Dance, and then at the end of all that will be R.C. Anderson. And I think that's your starting lineup. There'll be more graphics and everything that will be up for the starting lineup. So everything is unofficial right now. But that is your starting lineup here for next week's 14th running of the Revel's Photography Indy 500 here in the Elite Racing League Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series. And I think that's it. I don't think we're going to have anyone for an interview. We were expecting some people to come to the booth, but no one did. If they did, I didn't see them, and I apologize.
So, if I do a fast days between 40 is 11 points. So
there's your front row right there.
So,
come on, Adriano. Keep your car in place, man. There you go. There's your front row. And the key thing to this picture is the last 3 races, Pinheiro has been on the front row. So I got to ask you, I know it's a long race, Lewis, next week, but do we see the monkey get off Adriano's back, and does he get this big win that he's been so seeking? I want to say he's been desperate for it, but we know he really, really, really wants to win this race.
I know. I stand thinking he still won. That's why I think that's why he's still around in ERN. Maybe because it's a good league to race. Very good race around to be here. But it's because he wants to win the Indy 500, and this at least he wants here to win it. He have a lot of attempt and still around. So I did my calculation really fast. It's like no official. So with the points Pinheiro win today, he is now currently 310. So it's just only one point over 40, so 18 behind 40, and 21 over Stanley. So it's really not really big difference for now, but his points could be affected to the end of the race. So. Like
All right, we're going to bring up Craig Forsyth. He is here in the waiting room. We'll bring him up in here. Craig, front row Craig, man. How about that? Congratulations outside of the front row. Great start for the 500 next week. Now you got to back it up with a good run.
This is going to be a way easier than starting 32nd. I'm ecstatic about this. I've got the bourbon in hand. Life is good.
Well, let's talk about your day out there and talk about your laps. And nothing was easy, but you put down some big ones, and I think you kind of surprised us just a little bit up here when you put down that big one. But I was starting to look at your pace and starting to look at kind of the average, and I'm like, he's got a shot at this thing. Did you feel like you had a shot at it? Well, I mean, when did you feel like that pole was a reality? Was it halfway through that run, or did you really think about it going into it?
It was after my second lap. When I saw my second lap fall off, I'm like, ooh, I have a shot at this. Like, this looks good. I think the problem was that I had not tested the track this cool. Like, I tested at 33, and it was 31 when I went out, and I think it dropped to 30 midway through my run, and I left time on the table. Like, there was so much not tire scrubbing going on that I was like, oh, I could have had more weight jacker. Oh, on this corner, I could have had more weight jacker that I just hadn't tested because it was far. I didn't realize that it was going to get this cool. This is I think this is my second time in the Fast 12, but I think I crashed in one of them. I don't remember, but this is great.
Well, I guess you feel pretty good about this, and I mean, you got some other teammates that are in the race now. They're going to have to catch up to you, but they at least have your back, literally. So, any thoughts early in this 500? We've seen people come from the back to the front. We've seen people go to a fuel save right away. We know that you like to call that strategy and do some fuel saving. What do you think the way to go is early, or is it still too early and needing more testing and practice to kind of figure out what your strategy is going to be?
Yeah, I have not run race laps yet, so that's going to be this whole next week is figuring out. I mean, we at least have all the because we're using the same setup that we had last season. We at least have that in the bag. So digging up all of that as far as figuring out the strategies. I mean, it's still going to be, you need to be there in the last 30 laps, and if you aren't, you're like, what was the point of racing? So you need to be safe. You need to make good choices for the first 170 laps, or you're not going to be there at the end, and it's not going to matter. For me, I am a chronic wall tapper, so I need to get that out of my system because it's an ongoing thing at this point where I just cannot do an Indy without tapping the wall. And so I think that's 2 years going on. So if I get another wall tap that just, is a nice little 0x that does no damage, I'm good with that. But I'm a little worried that it's going to be more than that. So we need to do some laps and get that out of our system. Be safe. I mean, Richie was close as far as ties. Jim was close. Dan, actually, he didn't realize that he still had the last lap qualifying chance to go, so he ended up heading out for the evening. And, we tried our best to call him back, but he did not get the message fast enough. So That was unfortunate, or we would have had all 4 cars in. We were sure. I mean, Dan was fast. He just was out during the hot times and didn't get in during the one of the cool periods that was going to guarantee him into the grid. So it's too bad, but we'll make do with Richie and Jim, and hopefully we're going to get some good results for this, because this
Stoer
is
in there too.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Oh my God. No, the problem is that he, as soon as he got eliminated from the Fast 12, he was like, well, and I'm out.
I'm out.
Where Richie and Jim stuck around. So yeah, that was in my head. Sorry, Chris. There, we do have 4 cars in the field. I mean, Chris is fast here.
Yeah.
Richie is good here.
Yeah.
Jim just needs luck. He's been snake bit recently, so if he can get the bugs and the bad luck out of his system, he's going to have a good result here too. I mean, good Lord, Adriano is speed here. I don't care where Maleczka starts; he's going to be at the front. So this is going to be a stacked race. I'm surprised that Ethan wasn't able to get ahead of me. Tyler's ahead. Yeah, this is going to be a good race.
Well, we're glad you're excited. It's good to see you on the front row. Well-deserving. Congratulations, and we will see you in the week when we take the green flag for the big race right here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Oh God, you bet, you guys. Thanks for doing the broadcast for so long. That's it was good to.
It was
good
a
to have
long
it
night.
going on in the background.
It was a long night. Yeah.
It was a long night for Chad too. So
yeah, it was a long night for all of us.
Those guys running the URL.
All right, congrats. We'll see you in a week.
You betcha. Stay safe.
And that's all. It's checking in for the front row. Lewis, final thoughts here as we are getting ready to start the grandest spectacle in all of virtual racing, the Elite Racing League Indy 500, here in a week. And we got 33, and we got some 33 of the fastest that we've seen, even over the last couple of years we've done this. Final thoughts on what you think for tonight?
So, yeah, it was really interesting to see how it's going. These guys low, for example, Maleczka is going low, and then the bump day, the bump season for all these guys. Adriano texted me. He said, "I'm very happy for the pole position. I hope I'm gonna get more happy in a CP. I win my first ERN. So pole position is not important to win points in the championship, but win the race. Pole position is not important." He said, "It's a lot of patience. Just beat a little bit luck to the end, and I hope to have a luck to finally achieve my first victory." That's what Adriano Pinheiro told me now. So really fast. So. To be honest, for Adriano, I hope to get finally the win, because it's really a lot of attempts. I don't know if it's the real life have so many attempts to win the Indy 500 and get always second, or get too many pole position and always finish second, or maybe not finish the race, or in the real life. So that's I think so. Like Chris Forson said, Maleczka, we don't count Maleczka because Maleczka always going to be on the front. Maybe, who knows, maybe the first incident is out of the race. Same for R.C. Anderson, starting for 33. But the qualifying race lasts long. But it was really exciting to the end to see new people in the front and in the faster 12. And also have the top 3 in the fastest draw. So, to be honest, it's going to be exciting next week, the Indy 500, to see all of these people racing. It's open, like I said, it's open. 500 miles is really open. Doesn't matter if it's Michigan or Pocono or Indianapolis or all the races. It's really open. And the strategy is really a big point. But also be lucky in the end of the race or in the middle of the race is the big factor also too. So could be somebody lap down mess your race mess your race in the middle on the middle of the stint. So it's gonna be really interesting to see that. So see you next week. Indy 500 7:45 started the broadcast, so it's gonna be a good race next week.
All right, well, that's it for tonight. Let's get on out of here. Once again, your front row to start this thing here in about a week. It is Adriano Pinheiro, your pole sitter. In the middle of the front row is Tyler Fody. And on the outside of row one, you heard him, it's Craig Forsyth. Join ERN again next week as the team of drivers continue the month of May with the 14th annual Rebilas Photography Indy 500 at the world's greatest race course, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Points will be thrown out the window as these 33 qualifiers want one thing and one thing only: to drink the milk in victory lane. Coverage begins around 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, that's 7:45 p.m. Eastern, and you can find everything right here at youtube.com. Just search the keywords Elite Racing Network. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not easy, so please help support ERN with the big work we put in tonight, not just for us doing the broadcast, but everything behind the scenes with the admins and everything. They had to scramble. We would appreciate that. We appreciate all the work they did. So please help support ERN with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know you thought of tonight's race or today's, qualifying. And if you enjoyed today's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. What you have to do, click subscribe, and while you at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so don't miss out on more of ERN's other iRacing programming. Today's qualifying day at the Brickyard is proudly sponsored by PresleySora.com. PresleySora.com is the official website of NASCAR ARCA Menards Series driver. Top 12 starter here at Indianapolis for the race next week, Presley Sora. For all information, merchandise, drivers news, you want to visit PresleySora.com, and then you can follow Presley on social media via @PresleySora, or check all the links in the description. The Elite Racing League naming rights are paid for by Warriors for Peace. Warriors for Peace is an Indy-based nonprofit organization working to end violence and inspire peaceful change. Founded in memory of Jack Shockley, they support youth through scholarships, mentoring, and community programs. To learn more or to support their mission, visit their webpage at warriorsforpeace.org or follow one of their socials today. All the links you need are in the description. I want to thank you to the ERL's premier sponsors, Blue Egg Marketing, Worldwide Technology Raceway. Don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg. To learn more about Blue Egg, go to blueeggmarketing.com or click on their link in the description. And Worldwide Technology Raceway. To learn more about Worldwide Technology Raceway, to buy tickets for their marquee events, check out www.raceway.com or click on the link in the description. For business inquiries to learn more about Elite Racing League and what we do, visit the EliteRacingLeague.com. Subscribe on YouTube, like us on Facebook, or follow us on X and Instagram. As always, links are in the description. So, for LGN, Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at ERN, Dave and Chad and all the guys working behind the scenes, I'm Gary Gatto saying all good night. Thanks for watching, and all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders. Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again right here next week in Indianapolis when we send these 33 starters off on a 500-mile odyssey for the next race of the Elite Racing League's Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series. Good night, everybody.